is cultivating this understanding of, should I take action? Should I assert myself? Should I confront this individual? Should I set a boundary? Should I really just move tangibly? Do you understand? In whatever area. Or is this something that maybe I'm overreacting on, and simply by just me observing it, it will fix itself? And alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the self-developed YouTube channel. Wow, it has been a little while. It's been maybe a week, 2 weeks. This feels kind of weird. Yes, I shaved my head, by the way, guys. Hashtag warrior mode, monk gains, military gains, whatever you want to call it. I've heard it all. I love it. I love it. And I recommend you guys to shave your head at least once in your life. Actually, quite a few of you have shaved your head because of this, so let's go. As always, comment below where are you from, what time is it, and hashtag self-developed army. So guys, in this video, and yes, the lighting is going to fluctuate, let's just get that out of the way. I believe I titled it, The One Thing All Men Must Know. They must learn your greatest tool for success, something along those lines. I swear I've used the same title 1,001 times, but they are all genuine tools that will help you on your journey. And guys, this one tool, this one tactic that is going to help you dramatically as a man, this is something that I have had to learn tremendously these past 10 months in this condo. I've had to use it many times recently too. Is knowing when to fire and when to rest, or essentially when to take action and when to not, when to move forward to pursue, to access the warrior, and when to act out of the lover, you could say, to essentially just let it be, let it go, because believe me, there will be millions of times in your life where you will have to make the right decision, and it is not always clear and evident, hence why I make this video. So, let me give you guys a recent example, and again, excuse the lighting, it's going to change. I'm not going to go too into depth, but a few days ago, guys, there was an individual in pretty close to me, and he brought something that he was not supposed to do. He did something he was not supposed to do. We had issues in the past, and we solved it like men do, right? For whatever reason, though, it acted back up. And that, what I came to the conclusion of, was to take full action. This is to resolve it. This is to actually triple down and fire, right? The analogy I use is, think of like a parent, okay? Let's say you told your child, your kid, granted I'm not a dad, but this is kind of how it is. I want you as my son, let's say, to not be out past 11 o'clock, okay? Now we made this clear, it didn't happen, all is good. But you noticed, right? Your son was out past 11 o'clock and you made it very clear to this individual, very clear, not to do this. In this case, more than likely, you as the parent are going to fire down. You're going to crack down. You're going to say, dude, look, I told you very clearly A, B, C, D, and it still happened. And there's going to be a consequence. This is exactly what happened. I believe it was yesterday. Yeah. Brought security involved. It was kind of a big mishmash because they didn't want to get involved. Guys, it's kind of sad, but like this whole childish stuff actually continues to pervade far into adulthood. Like these are grown men I'm speaking to that are doing childish, dumb things that we made very clear not to do. And it's kind of sad, but you know, you're going to have to take ownership and just sometimes crack the fuck down. Now, thankfully, cracking down worked in this situation and will continue to work in many situations. It is up to us as men to have this, to do this when someone is being treated unfairly, or maybe you in a relationship with a spouse, maybe they're doing something that's unjust, that is something you guys agree that you wouldn't do. Do you understand? Like, no matter where you go, there are going to be these situations, whether you're a parent, a coworker, a spouse, it really doesn't matter. There will be times in our life where we have to crack down, where we have to really establish ourselves and say, hey, look, I made it very clear that I didn't want this to happen. Because of this, I now need to do A, B, C, D. And whatever that is to you, again, I'm not saying you have to beat anyone up or call the police or do anything. No. Like, it's going to be very subjective based on the situation at hand. But there are times, many times in life, I would argue like 50%, at least 50, where you have to crack down. Now, number two, right? Because I said there's two things, there's two sides we have to really balance and learn. Because believe it or not, cracking down is not always the answer. And I'm sure you guys can all know this. Like, let's say your child, right? A perfect example. You said, don't be out past 11 o'clock. He comes back at like 11:02 or 11:03. Do you need to freak out? Most likely not. And if you did, well, that could actually build a lot of issues, resentment. Your child could begin to really just lose all connection with you, not trust you. And in fact, he could rebel and be out far past 11. Do you understand? So cracking down, this is really why I'm saying there's a balance. Cracking down is not, it really is not always the answer. And this is why I'm making this video, because it's not easy to distinguish the two. But the second, right, number two, this is to let it go. This is to not ignore it. It's not to play dumb, but it's to let it slide. Now, I would actually argue that this is harder for us men because we as men in our blood just logistically, the way we're programmed, the way our brain functions, we like to work in patterns. We like to do something and for it to create an outcome, an equal exchange, right? So if there's an issue, I'm sure you can relate in relationships, this is perfect. If there's an issue with your girlfriend, your spouse, your wife, whatever it may be, you're going to want to fix it. Do you understand? Let's talk. Let's fix this. Let's set a rule. Let's set a boundary. But a lot of times in life, guys, just because of the cyclical nature of life, life has a feminine and a masculine. Not every situation or problem, believe it or not, and I know this is going to sound crazy, this is why I'm making this video, needs an answer, right? A lot of issues, believe it or not, actually resolve, I would argue, again, 50%, right? A lot of issues resolve themselves simply by you just observing them, right? I mean, think of your thoughts. This is a perfect example. If you were to keep attacking your thoughts, if you were to keep fixing your bad thoughts, right? You had a thought of, you know, oh, I'm ugly, or I'm not good enough, or I'm gonna be broke in the future. If you were to keep attacking those, to try to fix them, to resist them, you're only gonna make them worse. And this has been clinically proven through something called CBT, or cognitive behavioral therapy. This is what meditation is. It's to not fix anything. It's to, in fact, just allow it, to see it for what it is, and it naturally resolves. So essentially, guys, what I'm saying at the end of this video, one of your greatest skills as a man, or something you really do need to practice, same with myself, is cultivating this understanding of, should I take action? Should I assert myself? Should I confront this individual? Should I set a boundary? Should I really just move tangibly? Do you understand? In whatever area. Or is this something that maybe I'm overreacting on, and simply by just me observing it, it will fix itself? I know this sounds a little esoteric or a little silly, but I know you can apply this and have applied this in many areas of your life. So that is it, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. I believe, I don't know for sure, I think I'm going back to the more raw kickback videos without music or B-roll. I don't know, there might have been music and B-roll, but I want to just have these good chats with you guys, so if that's what it is, then I hope you guys enjoy. I'll finish it here with the final plugs. If you guys would like to work with me on a personal level at anything of what we just talked about here, or improving your fitness, business, mindsets, and relationships, there's always one-on-one coaching. We have group coaching, which is the workshop, guys. We got the one coming up of July. It's 10% off. We're literally going live this Sunday. It's 4 one-hour group coaching calls with a private Facebook group, with myself and a very small group of men. I would love to have you, and you can learn more down below. Again, that's 10% off. Or, guys, we have the course. Download yourself the free version of it. It's half an hour long, taken from the full 3-hour-long course. There are many of you already enrolled, I believe over 500 at this point, and it's fantastic. You've been loving it. If you do decide to buy the full course, use coupon code DEVELOP to save you $10. But again, check out that workshop, because that's what's coming up, and that's the main plug here. I really want to go into depth with you guys, and I know how much we can crush it over the entire month of July. Click the link below if you are interested in learning more. Thank you guys. Have a fantastic day, and I will check you in the next one. With that, much love. Peace.